So we're here today at the Wheel Mill Indoor Bike Park in Pittsburgh. It's on the east side of Pittsburgh in an old industrial area, and the place itself is an industrial building converted into an indoor bike park and skate park. It has a ton of rooms, huge place. The first place we went though was the Pumptrack room because I watched Skills with Phil's video on the Wheel Mill, and that's actually what brought me here. So we looked at the Pumptrack room first, and it was empty. There was nobody there. And so we rode this little pump track with a few rollers, which I did not ride to their full potential because this is my first time. Then we rode the mountain bike skills area in the middle, which was actually surprisingly fun for its basic level. There were a few wooden features, a few little drops you could ride off of, wooden berms. I didn't do any of the jumps on the pump track or the beginner jump line, mostly because I was too stupid to figure out how to do it, and by the time I did, I really didn't care to do that anymore, and I had moved on to another room. So what you see me riding here is the other pump track, and it was really fun. It's the most fun pump track I've ever ridden compared to this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I like the other one better. Even though the rollers are really uniform, I guess you can't really have that many different line options. If you get creative, you can, but it's still way better than any other pump track I've ever ridden in my life. One thing you might want to consider is that unless you got a whole lot of speed coming into this exit ramp, you should probably take the stairs, unlike me the first time. So behind the pump track room is a small skate park. I didn't spend much time in there because I've never really known how to ride a skate park well and haven't learned yet, which is something I might consider making a video on sometime. We can learn it together. But I just walked in there a few times to see what it was like. There's a few quarters, spines, stuff like that. It really seems like I didn't see one person coming here the whole time, so it just seems like the hangout for people who either actually want to use it or have nowhere else to go because it's too crowded. So the next room we stopped at was called the technical room. This room is mostly filled with features that are meant to help you improve your technical mountain biking ability. Drops, getting over stuff, bike handling skills. It's not a beginner room, it's very high level, and it's also really hard to understand how it works on a dirt jumper or BMX bike, because all of this stuff is intended for mountain biking. It's more technical, so you're probably going to need more than one gear to do a lot of this stuff. I didn't do the skinny over the foam pit because it was kind of scary, even though it's over a foam pit, and yeah, if you fall, big deal. But like, if you fall, big deal. You might hit something. My bike's still newish, and I've already paid quite a bit for repairs, and I don't want to pay any more. There's lots of line choices in this room. You can totally go in any direction. A lot of the stuff was hard enough that it took me about 3 tries to figure out how to do. But yeah, like I said, there's so many line choices. You can go up, you can go down, you can go any direction you want to. This room is just, you can ride it to its full potential and you'll never run out of options. So we didn't spend much time in this room, but this is called the flow room. It has lots of line choices for beginner mountain bike riders all the way up to experienced mountain bike riders. A lot of the stuff is kind of, despite the name, not that flowy. At least I wasn't able to ride it as flowy as I had wished. It's kind of choppy, actually, and you can't sustain all that much speed through it. There's so many line choices. The next place we went was called the mini room, where there's a 6-foot mini ramp and then a micro ramp above the mini ramp. I did not even do anything in here because all the other rooms were just so much more fun. And like I said, I don't really know how to ride a mini ramp or anything like that. So this is the fundamental skills room. It is a room upstairs filled with little rollers, jumps, drops, everything you need to learn about mountain biking. In order to get there, you're going to go up this ramp, and you'll pass the resi ramp and the foam pit, which I did not do either. And then you will reach the top, and then there's the fundamental skills room. I didn't spend much time there, but it has a cross-country loop around the outside, and then it has several little rollers, jumps, and stuff on the inside. My little brother was able to do this well. It helped him learn how to like pump rollers and other skills like that. Then there's this really cool but kind of sketchy ramp to go back downstairs. It'll take you down to the flow room, and especially if you have no brakes. It's really sketchy but cool. So the last room we spent a lot of time in is the jump room, the woods room, whatever you want to call it. It has a bunch of big jumps. They're really fun if you take time to figure them out. What's really tricky for me is that the lips were really steep, like steeper than any other jump I've ever ridden before. And it took me several runs to get any air off any of them. And then I was barely clearing some at the very end. I cased most of the jumps, and it took me almost all the time I spent in there to figure out transfers and different lines and stuff. It was really fun, and now that I look back at it, I wish I had spent a whole lot more time in it and just tried to figure it out more. There was this really cool line up here that went on a bridge over another line that had a few tabletops, hips, and then this big step up here. It was really fun. I like this room a lot. Maybe one reason that I did not do too well in this room is because my bike was a large, and it's kind of hard to throw a large around on some really steep jumps. Most of the people I saw in here were riding BMX or a dirt jump bike, and a lot of them weren't clearing it anyway. So this place was a huge amount of fun. It only cost $17 for a day pass, which is kind of crazy, wondering how they even stay in business, allowing people to have that much fun for that little. I really loved the pump track. It was super fun. The woods room was super fun. Everything I did there was super fun. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss an upcoming video. Thanks for watching and liking. This is MTB365. See you guys later.